Hello, welcome to this video. This video is going to be about forces in physics, and as we know that forces, they play a very fundamental principle in the understanding of our physical world. So we need to define, first of all, what is a force. So now, if we are going to define what a force is, then what is a force? Okay. So we know that a force is simply a push or pull of an object. Okay, so we are saying that it is a push or pull, meaning that if we have an object, in that case, this object can be pulled in this direction. Okay, let's say we apply a force of 10 Newton in this direction. So this is an object. So what normally happens is that when you're talking about a force can causes the object to move or change the direction. Even the size. So some of the effects of the force is that it causes the object to move or change the direction or even the size of that object. Now, what you must be able to understand is that you also have to understand what is inertia. Okay. So what is inertia? Now inertia, this is the tendency of an object to resist motion. So inertia is also called first law of motion. Okay, so these are some of the key concepts that you must be able to understand. So then what is the first law of motion? So first law of motion states that an object will continue to move in a straight line unless compelled by external forces. compelled by external force. So that is a key fundamental in understanding what a force is. And also we must be able to know that the first law of motion is called the law of inertia. So the law of inertia is the tendency of an object to resist the motion, which is also called the first law of motion. And then now, you must be able to understand what are some of the units of the force. Okay, so force is measured in newtons, meaning we use a capital letter N to show that. Okay, so now when we said that the force can be able to cause certain changes, so we said that the force can cause the object to move or change the direction or even the size. So what this means is that we have the relationship of meaning the force of an object, okay, can be related to the movement of that object and also its mass. So if you do have an object, let's say this is an object. So this object has actually mass. Okay. Now if we apply a force onto this object, what's going to happen is that if this force is let's say 10 Newton, okay, then this force will actually move, let's say, in that direction, and this movement, okay, this change from this position to that position is referred to as acceleration. Okay, okay, meaning we can say, therefore, the force applied to an object is equivalent to the product of the mass times its acceleration. So then we form what is known as Newton's second law of motion. So meaning that when you have a force, it is equal to the mass and its acceleration. Therefore, we know that mass is measured in kg. Okay. We must be very careful to understand that. Kilogram. And then the acceleration, represented by letter A, is measured in meters per second. So it's meters per second. Okay, which is symbolically is meters per second squared. Okay, so second is squared. Okay, so then we'll look at some of the examples. So make sure that you like and subscribe to this channel so that you get more a concept of what a force really is. So thank you so much for watching. This is Radco Academy, and I'll see you in the next video.